Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more FTL Faster Than Light Captain's Edition, where last time we kind of ate it because of some new events, especially considering the Maiden CE. Well, it eventually got eaten, but like many stealth A ships do, by drone beams and everything. But we're going to do a new game, and I was just testing out some other stuff before I had to get totally interrupted by a phone call, so we're just going to do a new run here. And like I said, we do have all of our old unlocks before. I am just going to do a random ship. So 1, 2, 3. Federation A, the Osprey. I feel like I did that one just recently, but we're going to go with it again anyway here. So we're just going to call this the... I don't know what we can call this. The big ship. Yeah, I guess I don't... That's a really stupid name, so maybe that'll do really well for us here. Alright, so what do we know about the big ship? It has a Mantis, in case you can't recognize that, an NG, a Rockman, and a Humanoid. Then it also starts with the Burst Laser 3, because you know, why not? Not just a Burst Laser 2. It requires 3 power, shots fired 4. And yeah, that's a big upgrade over the Burst Laser 2. Also comes with a Combat Simulator. Allows your crew to gain experience by training in a broad range of simulated beacon scenarios. Requires an empty beacon, or combat scenarios, not beacon scenarios. And you can see the little red tip here just from the artillery beam, which is still powered over here. The Vindicator beam, an advanced beam that cuts through the shields but can't be aimed manually. Indicates you command a higher rank of the Federation. So there we go, 40 base cooldown, which we can cut down quite a bit, but let's go ahead and get started. Big ship is online, and we once again have the opportunity to run the combat simulator, socialize with the crew, or consider some upgrades. Let's go ahead and socialize with the crew. We have all kinds of different crew. I have a reward with the Human, the NG, the Mantis, or the Rock. Let's talk the Rock. Rockman asks which Federation Academy you attended. It probably informs you that it, for many standard years, studied ballistics and ship-to-ship combat at the Rock Court School. So we don't have any like innate things here, but we do have everybody all around. Craig is already on the weapons here, so I don't always like Mantis on the engines, but there we go. So we are just charging right now for some reason because we're paused. There we go. Not sure why that was staying paused, but we do have our good old-fashioned artillery beam. We do have our Burst Laser 3. I hope this is hilarious as I'm expecting it to be. But there are a lot of things to watch out for. So let's start here. We're going to reject their offer. Greetings. Welcome to our beacon. A small fee will let you continue on your way. Too bad you'll regret the decision. I think you might regret the decision, although one of the fun parts of Advanced Edition is there's a lot of shit that I don't know about. I don't know what that missile launcher means. I don't know what that laser shooter means, although I certainly know I'm being fired on right now, and that is going right. That's a 2 damage missile, which we never like. So let's just take out the weapons right now. Burst Laser 1. Still just as good as in Captain's Edition as otherwise, as we have our artillery beam starting to charge up. And it is, let's see here, has a base cooldown 1.25. Add power, remove power. It's fully powered right now. So one more shot from this will probably do it in before the artillery beam even charges. But that's okay. That's what we like to see. So kaboom. Win right away. Good start. So 18 scrap. I'm not used to getting 18 scrap in Sector 1. I've played hard mode for so long. This is so different. So, a small ship remains stationary in the distance. Its captain hails and claims that she's the Federation requisition officer here to collect the war toll from passing ships when you demand to see the official requisition license. The ship's weapons come live. You resist Federation as this official will take the man by force. The enemy seems to be equipped with a combat augment. Strong radiation is beamed to your ship. Your opponent is using dirty weapons. Let's continue. And look, we have no air. We've seen this one before. Let's see. Once again, we have a tiny little laser here, 1 missile launcher. And apparently Captain's Edition makes missiles much more viable. So I'm curious to see how that plays out over the long term. Now there's some little scattery shots, and here's 2 more damage for that. So hopefully we can take all these down early. There we go. Next, I want to take out the cockpit, then we'll see about the shields. We'll see how all of these repairs go. Alright. So, right now we have no air again. I gotta remember, it's like, oh wait, we can't actually breathe. So I've got to watch this fairly closely. My artillery beam got hit. It doesn't look like that shot does system damage, though. It just will do hull damage. So before our ship suffocates and dies, there's the artillery beam, and there's a massive, massive hit. So we have air back online. You collect their scorched components and charge the FTL drive. Alright, cool. We'll just go ahead and get the quick repair in while we get our... Notice it says life support. I'm sure I said that before. It's not just air. Okay, so you can heal up just a little bit, and then we can put you back in position. So there's the distress beacon. I might hit the distress beacon first. Doesn't seem to be a great reason not to. Alright, so thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. So we can lead them to their destination. We can decline, or we need any supplies we can get. We can loot the ship. That's piracy. Some ships are better for piracy than others, but we're going to try not to be pirates here. It takes a bit of scrap as down payment. We'll use your jump signatures to follow. You're really helping us out, so add a quest marker to the map. Do you think it's a trap? I think it could be a trap, but there's the quest marker anyway. So let's hop down here. We got a lot of jumps. This is so far going okay. Alright, so we could buy a slave and have it join as the crew, but I would rather attack the slave or scum for the Federation. Alright. Yeah, did you see I have a burst laser one? That looks like a bunch of tiny mini rockets. I'm not entirely a fan of that. And then there's your crazy other equipment here. Yeah, that's a lot of little rockets that missed. Thank goodness. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that was a big old ion stunner shot that only stunned my crew. It didn't take out any of the weapons or anything. So their weapons are out, which is good news. I don't have to worry about the Vindicator beam because it's going to go through shields regardless. Alright, so surrender. Take our slaves as tribute and free the slave and drop it off at your next station. Or accept it, force the slave to work on board your ship. Or we could not surrender. So accept the offer. Your opponent jettisons the slave towards your pod and jumps away. The former slave thanks you enthusiastically for the rescue. She can barely believe she survived. Begs you to return to people that dwell in the nearby beacon, claiming that they will offer a reward. Alright, so we got 2 quest markers. Let's go ahead and hit it. Alright, so you reach the former slave's family of the home planet, and they give you 15 scrap. Not terrible. Would honestly like a crew member as well, but whatever. Alright, so mercenaries. And known for their less than legal services, we could scout the sector, do something else, but I think we just need to fight the ship. And look at all the shit that he has flying around here. So we have more tiny weapons. We have this thing, level 1 defense drone, shoots down regular missiles, mines, and asteroids. Can be shut down by damaging an enemy ship's drone system. And then we have the level 1 defense drone. So, let's see here. What is the difference here? Level 1 defense drone, and that's a faster... Those are both defense drones. That's interesting. We'll see what it does to our lasers here. So we have another tiny beam coming in from somewhere. Fortunately, their defense drones are no match for my actual beam firing. So that's a start. More firing of things have been done. Alright, so the nice part about the Federation early on is just that you've got to kind of sit and play through it just a little bit. But we actually are under threat of getting fired on again, so let's not have that happen. Alright, they're trying to escape. They're dead. Really too bad, guys. Alright, so no longer shall these pirates terrorize people of the sector, but they're mercenaries, not pirates. So we have another quest marker and some more areas around here. Interesting that I'm not getting really early stores. So, we upgrade the reactor by 1, which of course, where's your spacing, but whatever. Thanks for your help. We work in a nearby fusion power plant and we want to help you out, so that's cool. If there's stores down here, we're not going to risk it too much. Let's just jump here, and go to the exit. Right now at the Burst Laser 3, that'll keep me going for a while. So, small shuttle, turns out it's a Rebel automated scout. Well, definitely taking out the weapons first. Unfortunately, it is a little bit of a laser boat, so it does pose a bigger threat than really anything else that I've faced so far. Because its lasers are going to go off first, and it's very well timed. Alright, so warning, damage. Nice that we get those little indicators, I guess, so... Dracozar can do your thing. I guess we can actually heal him, just to save some time. Bye-bye. No! Okay, there we go. I was about to say. Rebel ship should be gone. Of course, I'm micromanaging my crew like a idiot. And I could have had 2 engines repaired, and of course now I have 0. So here we go. Another automated ship. No turning back here. Mind control. Because okay, that's interesting. Mind control's in the middle. This is over on the side. Okay, so what do we want to do here with Craig? Craig is going to be really annoying, isn't he? All right, let's see if we can slap some sense into Craig. Craig, stop it. All right, so we do have Ion Blast, and that is a 2-shot ion, as we are very familiar with. Let's not have Craig kill our NG crew, please. Okay, so that's a start. Our engines are finally repaired. Mind control is not going to be relevant by the time this is all said and done. There we go. Another automated scout down. Give us a map of the sector, please. Investigate the station. And we just get resources. So 116, and we actually make it to the exit. Are we going to make it out of Sector 1 this video? This one's going so much faster than the Stealth A1 before. Alright, a light anti-crew drone Mark 1. That's interesting. A small NG research vessel is trying, but NG offer your drone schematic as thanks for your timely arrival. Because the Mantis retreated, so I need to read those things a little bit closer. So, fast drone that attacks enemy crew with light lasers. Deal some more damage than the Mark 1. Interesting. So that'll actually fire on our own ship and take out enemies. It's new things for fun. Let's go to the next sector. So, Auto Fleet Bridgehead or Crystal's War Camp. I don't know. This is both very interesting. So, Auto Fleet or War Camp. I think I'm going to go for the War Camp. Auto Fleet sounds like a bunch of drones, as we have all the basic lights and everything here. The ship silently vibrates as it accelerates towards the next sector. You might be able to get ahead of the fleet during the long-range jump, depending on the quality of your engines. Basic engines travel minimum FTL speed to the next sector using only emergency fuel, or travel standard FTL speed to the next sector using usual amount of fuel. -2, the ship travels at peak speed towards the next sector. Your journey gives you some time off the chair. You withdraw to your quarters and read through your crew reports. You've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your hull planing is up to scratch so that you have enough fuel in your tank to make it through. Alright, so what can we do here? We can do the combat simulator. I may want to consider some upgrades here, but crew cast bets into the vessel the upcoming test. Ship-to-ship combat against the fleet. Ship-to-ship combat against aggressive hostile to evaluate navigation skill. Infantry combat to security protocols disabled. Simulate a heavy damage ship to train your crew's repair skills. Aggressive hostile to navigation skills. So, your ship's engines are still cooling off after the hyperspace jump. Performing combat exercise is not advisable right now. Oh, well, great. Infantry combat. This device can generate onboard sabotage scenario. 2 avatar borders, hostile boarding attempt, pirate raid, or onboard AI revolt. Let's just do that. Okay, so intruders are on board. Okay. Well, the good news is that we can throw all the air out of here. And if we do this, we just want to pack everybody in here as best we can. And why are you going all the way over here? Alright, well, that one's going to be emptied of air. For some reason, once again, the AI really wants to go into the this area. But it looks like since it is just an AI... Really? Okay, now he's out of air. That's good. Interesting. So the AI is just going to run back here and try and take out the engines regardless. Even if you're about to suffocate. That doesn't seem very awesome. I mean, it is just one of them left. Let's just take them out. This AI has a different strategy. Okay. Did I just take one actual hull damage from my simulation? I thought this was a simulation. Ugh. The more you know, right? Let's look. My crew actually got injured. So it wasn't just like some little AI for fun, let's have a laugh or anything. It was actually, oh look, shit will kill you. I hate to know if like a 8-person boarding team, if you could actually lose the game on that, but I bet you could. Alright. So we're at the Classless War Camp, which I mispronounced before. And we are going to be seeing some Mantises, that's for sure. So we can socialize with the crew, consider some upgrades, refit the entire cruiser with Federation standard issue hazard suits. We get adaptive gel suits, or refit the entire cruiser. Federation standard issue fire suppression systems. Just socialize a little bit. Let's talk to the Mantis crew. Your Mantis crew member speaks openly, but you forgot your universal translator bridge. Here a wide variation of soft clicking. Oh, so we just got to smile and nod the whole time. Let's go ahead and up. Well, let's see real quick if there's a store next to us. There's not. Get those shields, get that door. Now, because we're not playing on hard mode, the enemies will not be busting through our doors, like, immediately. So that's a positive of going back to normal. Well, let's see here. We get more intruders on board. Oh, and they went right to our med bay. Isn't it nice that we just simulated this? I feel completely prepared. Downside is that they could potentially take out our med bay before our crew gets there in time. So, ooh, that was really close. Because if they took out the med bay, we would have had some serious trouble. Fortunately, they didn't, and our crew is going to overcome. So we watch our very exciting combat, just people punching back and forth. Life bars going up and down. But every little bit of combat experience helps. So there we go. Everybody back to stations. NG heal. There we go. Once again, a little sad there's no scrap for that. I know I say that every time we go through that event, but here we go. Here's a nice Mantis B looking ship. The one on the right is starting to rot. Take him down. Take off his fingers, put him out of his airlock, and they certainly don't seem to be friendly. Let's attack the ship. Everyone on board braces for impacts. Continue. Alright, so they have some missiles, but we have a bigger burst laser, and it looks like they're going to be transporting on here in just a moment. Right into the shield room. Okay. That is a thing that you can do. Well, let's hold off on that real quick because we need to let all the air out. And we can get to the med bay in just a moment. Alright, so as long as they don't missile and take out the med bay, we're okay. That was actually a little closer than I'd like. And my one Mantis should be able to take on both of these guys. Should be able to. It looks like I'm not out healing that, though, so that's not great. Alright, and of course I'm sitting here forgetting my... Okay, looks like I will be able to take them out, though. So we don't need to take out the clone bay anymore. That's a positive. We do need oxygen. For a moment you're prepared, you're afraid of losing it. What if you don't make it? What if we can't escape the defeat next enemy? You don't want to die. Then it passes. The crew does not seem to have noticed, or at least isn't showing it. Take a deep breath and recollect yourself. You ask your situation point and trying to focus on the battle. Oh great. So am I actually going crazy? I guess it's because we're depriving ourselves of oxygen? That would be one way to do it, I guess. Alright, our artillery beam is still charging. Let's get everybody back to stations. They're going to board us again probably in just a moment. One little damage, I can handle that. So, right back here. Really? That's how you're going to board us today. Okay. That means you're dead. So that NG has a little shield for some reason. That's cute. I guess you can equip your crew personal shields and stuff. So the violent streak of this group of Mantis has been brought to the end in the form of equally violent explosion through their ship. Oh, hooray! Okay, so that NG is going to go down here in just a moment. Probably can't get through the doors very well on its own. Let's get that sweet, sweet combat experience. So we just got to take down its extra personal shield. There we go. And let's jump. Not a lot of places to jump that are very exciting, so let's go back here. Alright, so don't gamble with crooks. And we don't have the money to do it, so they scan your return. They're eligible to engage in a game of chance. That's interesting. I don't typically like gambling things in roguelikes anyway. If you watch Convoy before, I'd lose it all the time. And there we go. The Mantis military station appears on the screen. Alongside adrift the remains of several ships from various factions. Your crew is determined not to be their next victim. Well, we could surrender, but chances are we're about to get boarded. Maybe. Maybe not. We gotta start by taking out their weapon system, and we gotta start by actually getting our med bay back offline. We have level 2 shields. It looks like they have some kind of ion stunner, a bomb, and a laser of some kind. So can the ship hurt us? Probably if it's a firebomb. Okay, so shields down. That's not my favorite start. Ion bomb. Definitely not my favorite start. Okay. Well, at least now our shields are down and we are forced to repair. Okay, so still no weapons down. I guess we're going to have the yield MVP artillery beam do its thing. So ion bomb on the shields. We knew that. We all knew that was coming. Oh, too late. I already altered my firing at the last second. So it looks like we're going to take some more damage here in just a second. Oh, artillery beam, you actually did damage. You'd managed to both do damage and at the same time actually miss any vital system. That's like some mad skills right there. So more bombs. So what am I learning about Captain's Edition here? First off is that the encounters are actually surprisingly harder, and I'm glad I scaled the difficulty down to normal instead of hard, because I'm guessing hard mode Captain's Edition is just brutal. And that's okay. Like I said, I thought I was doing pretty well here early. I'm not really out of this yet, but a Mantis Sector 2 station with this kind of firepower is it's a very different beast, or I've just completely forgotten how to play FTL and I just suck really badly, because right now we can't even escape. I don't know if I'm going to be able to jump out in time either. Guess what I shouldn't be doing is throwing the match by sitting there and waxing poetic about this. Artillery beam leaves 1 health up. Oh no. That is going to be curtains, my friend. 1 health versus the rest of this. We can jump. We're not dead. We're at a star though, so that is terrible. We could offer surrender. I think that ends our run. Let's not offer surrender. That seems like a good idea. We're about to get boarded. I don't even know where we're getting boarded. What system's getting... The med bay's getting hit. That's fun. Okay. At least that means we can drop you all in there. And we have something resembling shields. And they only have level 1 of shields, so that's going to start there. And maybe, just maybe, we can get these repairs in time. Oh, come on. Alright, so that is a something. What? What was that? Whatever it was, I think I took out this over here, so I am down to 1 health. It is critical time now. So even though that fired, this solar flare may just outright end the game right now if it does 1 hull damage. There we go! So, Captain's Edition. This is going to be fun. This is, if hard mode is hard enough as is, but we've gone back to normal, and now there's just all kinds of new challenges and things to look out for. So I'm pretty excited. Definitely one of my worst Federation runs ever, though. So maybe not the worst that I've had, but you know what? It's fun. We're going to do it next time here. I'm sorry that we have a few one-off videos to start this series. I really thought I'd be doing better at this point, but we play, we learn, we move on. And I'm hoping I don't have to bump it down to easy. I don't think I will. I think I've just had some bad RNG so far. But hey, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time with more FTL Captain's Edition. Take care.